Ryan, do you see anyone in the lobby that I need to hold off for? Yeah. Okay. So Ryan's not seen through doors these days. All right. If you happen to be what's called a Zoomer, that means you're viewing this through Zoom. If you'd be so kind to turn on your mute, and those who are here, turn on your mute too. Okay, at seminary we call them Zoomers and Roomers. So if you're here, you're a Roomer. You do exist, I'm not saying that you don't, but if you're a Zoomer, you know that that's your key for tonight. So all is well, we're already pressing record. So this evening, we virtually, though wholeheartedly, welcome cantoral soloist Liz Baseman. She'll begin our service with a Nagoon. It's entitled Bina's Nagoon, and it is by Joey Weisenberg. Cantor Liz, is that how they pronounce it? You know me, I'm trying to go with
That's
Wiesenberg.
right. That's right. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la ya la la ya la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la ya la la la. Ya la 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 ya la la. Ya la la la. Ya la la la. Ya la la la. Ya la ya la la. Ya la la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. Ya la ya la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la la la. Ya la ya la. Ya la la la. Ya la la la. Ya la la la. Ya la ya la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la ya la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. La la ya la la.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And for those who are with us, not the Zoomers, but the Roomers, just want to let you know that we are aware of the sound issues. Shai has worked diligently for about the last 45 minutes to make sure that it's what we want it to be. And those, what is it on Sunday they're going to be making? The Golem. Thank you. I was going to say the Gomers. How many remember Gomer? Okay. Okay. All right. You know, yeah, something's been in the system that it seemed to affect negatively the internet connectivity. So we're aware of it, but we're doing the best that we can. So we just invite you to sit back and enjoy to the best of your ability. I would like to say Bruchim Habaim, welcome. It's a pleasure for me to once again share the bima with cantoral soloist Liz Baseman. She's been a classmate, a friend, and a member of our extended family for about 4 years now. Liz, I'm going to ask for just a moment if you could not just set your guitar aside, you don't have to do that, but if you could share with the congregation here, for those who have had the opportunity to get to know you over the last couple of years, what you've been up to the last few months.
Sure. Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Okay.
It is so good to be back here with all of you. This is my 5th year of school, which is pretty amazing. My 5th year of cantorial school, getting close to the end of that particular journey and looking forward to the start of the next one. And I'm just really enjoying all of the beautiful services and experiences and all of the wonderful things that have been happening lately. Thank you for inviting me here. It's so good to spend Shabbat with all of you.
It's my pleasure. Now, did you grow up in New Hampshire, or was that just part of your younger personhood, of your childhood? But you're much younger than I am. But when Liz and I met, she and her family were living. Well, actually, you were still in Salinas, right? You hadn't relocated to Southern California. Okay. Could you just give us a synopsis of where you've been? You probably weren't a military brat like I was, so you didn't have to go all over the place. But you've had your share of moves.
Right. So I started out in Southern California, not too far from here, and moved to New Hampshire when I was 10, was there for my bat mitzvah, and then when I got into college, I said, I am leaving the East Coast. I am done with winter. I am going back to California, and here I am.
All right. Now, were you at the same synagogue as Cantor Jonathan's family? Cantor Jonathan
When I was
Friedman?
very little, yeah.
Okay, all right. For those who were here when Cantor Jonathan Friedman, who was one of our professors, he's still maybe one of yours, I don't know, but since I graduated. Anyway, yeah, they've got a connection there. All right. As roomers, those are present, and Zoomers, those on Zoom, we gather together to welcome the Sabbath. I'm going to ask you to please take a moment, which means about 60 seconds of silence, to make the transition from getting here to being here. All right. Since I'm about 6 feet from everybody, including Mr. Herman, I'm going to go ahead and remove that. They didn't have the tests before the service, and so we're going to just trust that I am as healthy as I can be. And we are going to continue with a reading from a book entitled This Grateful Heart, and it's entitled A Shabbat Blessing for Myself. A Shabbat blessing for myself. God of rest, thank you for the week that has passed. Thank you for this Shabbat. Bless those around me with your love and your illumination. Let it shine on me as well. Help me to live a life of kindness and service, guided by Torah and mitzvot. Let me view others through your eyes, with compassion and understanding. Let me view myself through your eyes, with forgiveness and grace. May your goodness rain down upon us from this Shabbat until the next, and upon those that we love, and all the days of our lives. So be it, and amen. We continue with candle blessing that's listed on pages 120 through 120. It starts on 121 and then it goes to 120. It starts on page 3 and goes to 2. So the reason I say both of those is we have two different Sidurim or prayer books. The one that's thicker, that will be the first numbers that I list. For those who have a thinner book, it's going to be the second. So when I say 121 and 120, that's in the thick book. And for those that have the thinner book, it'll be pages 3 and 2. I invite to the Bima Eva as she leads us in the candle blessing. 121 and page 120, then 3 and 2. And Ron Herman will lead us in the Kiddush, page 123, and also page 5. That's 123 and page 5.
So sorry, before we get started, could we take a moment to take in those candles and sing the blessing together while we replace that microphone over there so that all of us on Zoom can hear also?
Okay. Thank you, Ron. So you want this mic to go over there? Okay.
Hello.
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 Hello. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu l'shabbat kodsho v'yahava v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron l'maseh bereshit. Hu Yom Techila L'Mikra'e Kodesh Zecher L'Tziat Mitzrayim. Everybody. Kivanu V'Acharta Yotanu Kidashta Mikol Hamim V'Shabbat Kodshecha Yahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim, everyone.
For those who are with us for the first time, it's usually not this discombobulated. It's worse. No, really. Rabbi, if you're watching this, I know you're going to edit that out because we know it's not true. So please don't take it personally. Carolee made me say it. Anyway, teasing. This week's Torah portion is Noach. In Noach, God decides to cause a flood that will destroy the world, sparing only Noah's family and the animals that Noah gathers together on the ark. Life starts all over again after the flood. The Noahide commandments are listed, and God uses a rainbow to make a symbol for the first covenant. People start to build a city in the Tower of Babel. God scatters the people and gives them different languages to speak. Finally, the 10 generations from Noach to Avram are listed. A reading from This Precious Life. This is in English, in every tongue, in Hebrew, Bechol Lashon. We sing praises, Bechol Lashon, in every tongue, in every voice, in joy and sadness, with enthusiasm and with love. We seek truth, Bechol Lashon, in every tongue, with every breath, in study and prayer, with faith and with purpose. We pursue justice, Bechol Lashon, in every tongue, in every land, in word and deed, with strength and with courage. We study Torah, Bechol Lashon, in every tongue, in every generation, in wonder and awe, with zest and with zeal. We are one people, present at Sinai where God spoke, B'chol Lashon, in every tongue, to every soul, to every heart, the whole house of Israel. Shir Chadash can be found on page 131 as well as page 13. And Cantor Liz will be leading us in that, page 131 and page 13. And this is by Julie Silver.
She grew
Ladonai,
Kol
Haaretz,
She
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash.
Sing on, God, all the earth, a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing on to God, and we'll all sing along. All the earth, a new song.
Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash.
I will sing unto God a new song.
Thank you. I probably should have referred you to page 648, but it's a little late now, so oh well. Our service continues on page 263 and 145. Chatzi Kaddish, the half Kaddish. Cantor Liz will lead us in that, page 263 or 145.
Yitgadal v'yitgadash Merabah.
Amen.
Belma divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. Becha yechonu v'yomechon u'chayedecho beit Yisrael. Bagala Bizman karach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitodar v'yitaleh v'yitalal v'mei kudesha
Brichu
la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata
Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiron ve'alma.
v'meru.
Amen. If you could please rise in body or spirit for the Baruch Hu, our call to worship, found on page 264 and 146.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaVorah. Baruch
mevorach
Leolam
mevorach mevorach Leolam Thank you. Please be seated or return to a comfortable position. The prayer book Sidur Sha'ar Zahav shares evening, God as the bringer of the evening, Ma'ariv. Blessed Eternal, whose glory fills the world, brings on the evening twilight. With wisdom you open the gates of dawn. With understanding you change the times, you rotate the seasons, and you arrange the stars over us. You remove day and bring on night, and separate day from night. Ruler of the cosmos, well of life, guard us always and forever. Blessed are you who brings on the evenings. We continue with Ahavat Olam, Eternal Love, page 266 and 148.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Torah Mitzvot Chukim Umishpatim Otanu Limadeta Otanu Limadeta Alkein Adonai Eloheinu B'Shalchenu Einu B'Siyachtechu Kimlecha V'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha Mitzvotecha v'nir'am la'ed Ki chayenu ve'olech yomeinu Ubahem negei yomam v'layla Negei yomam v'layla Ve'ahatcha tasir Mimenu le'olamim Baruch ata Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Ohev amo Yisrael
As we prepare for the Shema, the watchword of Judaism, I'd like to share from This Joyous Soul, Affirmation of Faith. Heed, O Israel, the covenant we made together on Sinai is a pledge for all time, a vow for the ages to do and to heed, to teach and to learn, with the fullness of our hearts from the depths of our souls and the strength of our being, binding ourselves to Adonai our God. With Torah and mitzvot, binding our lives to each other with righteousness and charity, so that blessings will rain down from
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad
right. Carolee, I'm going to go get the little step stool. Oh, we don't need to. Okay. Our beloved Melamed, Carolee Jasper.
Okay, well, I can use your book. Thanks. Everybody, please chant with me. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meotecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ela asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Liot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem.
If you could join me at the bottom or at least halfway down, page 271 or 153 as we join together for Give Us a Place to Rest. We'll read that together. 171 or 153. Give us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, haparei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. The people of Israel, Vishamru, 272 or 154.
We acknowledge our freedom. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. V'amru b'nei Yisrael
Et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי שדברים עשה אדוני,
עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
וביום השביעי שבת וינפש,
שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש,
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות לדורותם בrit olam.
The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed. The tefillah, or standing prayers, the Amidah can be found on page 273 or 155. Please rise as you were able.
Adonai. Ananatai. Ananana. Ufiagid tehillateka. Ananana. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotinu v'Imotenu
Test 274.
Elohei Avraham
Elohei Yitzchak,
Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah El Elyon Gomer Chasadim Tovim Vekonei Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot Umevi Livnei v'neihem Lema'an Shemo be'ahava Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah.
Next page.
Atah gibur le'olam Adonai Mechaye hakol atah Rav lehoshia Mechalkel chayim bechesed Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim Somech nofim verofeh cholim Umatir hasirim Umekayem emunato Lishenei afar Michamocha Baal Gevrot Umidomecha Melech Mimit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'eman atah l'chachayot ha'kol Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye ha'kol
276, 158.
Kadosh v'shimcha kadosh U'kedoshim b'chol yom Yehallelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. encourage you to be mindful of the meditations in your own hearts or those that can be found on pages 277 through 284, 159 through 166. When you have concluded your time of meditation, please feel free to be seated. That's 277 through 284 or 159 through 166. Ose Shalom, may the one who makes peace, page 285 or 167.
Ose Shalom Ivrocha Huya Ase Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Yisrael Ve'imru Amen Yase Shalom Yase Shalom Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Yase Shalom Yase Shalom Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Yase Shalom Yase Shalom Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Yase Shalom Yase Shalom Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Yase Shalom Yase Shalom Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael.
Refuat HaNefesh. God of the spirit, God of the soul, the breath and the wind, gaze with kindness and favor on the following individuals: Jonathan Davidson, Ben Henderson, Kara Gilfman, Rabbi Steve Robbins, Gloria Manges, Leslie Ferris, Pamela Manges, Johnny Sikat, Judy Richmond, Esther Bauman, Audrey Eller, J. Michael Johnson, Jesse Dallamore, Glickle Sara Bat Devora Milka Gittel, Vicky Dix, Suzuki Torres, Chaplain Ari Einhorn, Rabbi Mel Young. Are there other names from the congregation that you'd like to mention at this time? Thank you. Thank you. Kent or Liz, if you'd be so kind to share the names that are listed on the Zoom.
We also wish for healing for Stephanie Soloway, Sheldon Cohen, Michael Kurland, David Kurland, Robin Kurland, David Tanizaki, and Pam Gintner.
We think of not only the names that have been mentioned, but the names that are in our hearts. As Kendra Liz leads us in Heal Us Now.
Refa'enu Adonai v'nerafeh, Hoshienu v'nivasheh, El karov lechol korav, ach karov lireav, Yishov. We pray for healing of the body. We pray for healing of the soul. For strength of flesh and mind and spirit. We pray to once again be whole. Oh, please heal us now. Refuat ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, refuat shalema. Heal us now. Heal us now. Hoshia et mecha, varech et nachalatecha, u're'em v'nase'em ha'olam. Mi sheberach avotenu, u'mi sheberach imotenu, ana Adonai Hoshiana. We pray for healing of our people. We pray for healing of the land and peace for every race and nation, every child, every woman, every man. Oh, please heal us now. Refuat ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, refuat shalema. Elna refana. Oh, please heal us now. Refuat ha-nefesh, refuat ha-guf, refuat shalema. Heal us now. Heal us now. Heal us now.
Thank you so much, Kendra Liz. We appreciate the patience of the Zoomers as well as the Roomers as the audio continues to do its thing. You know, we do as much as we can, and then we just have to just live with it, I guess. For fun, youngsters used to learn Igpe Atenlay, or Pig Latin. Any of you ever learned that when you were younger? Some reason, man. Okay. We would do that to try to stump one another and also confuse the people we wanted to talk about. I guess it wasn't very nice, but oh well. Linda Vernon tells the story about a young man named Gregory who learned how all of Noach's descendants get together to build a Tower of Babel. Gregory couldn't imagine how that might have been, so he shared the following. Her post was called The Tower of Abel Bay, the Tower of Babel. Even though Noah lived to be 950 years old, he never topped the time that he saved the animals and humankind from extinction. Still, Noah kept puttering around the vineyard, joking with his children about how many grandkids it would take to put oil in a lamp. After a while, though, There were so many kids being born that the parents ran out of easy to pronounce names like Gomer. They had, let's see, they had some, oh, yes, it's on the back. Okay, I'm trying to use conservative paper. To resort by giving names that were so hard to pronounce, everybody just called everybody else, hey, you in the robe. Then they all wandered around together, turning east until they came to a really nice valley in the land of Shinar. They decided to build a city there and call it Babylon instead of Shinar. This is how Gregory envisioned it. Hey, you in robe number 1, which is going to be Cantor Liz. So she'll share that part, and I will echo with, or share something else with robe number 2. Cantor Liz.
Hey, everybody. Doesn't this look like a really nice place to build a city? Let's name it Babylon.
Why Babylon?
Because we're all more or less a babby of Noah.
Okay, that explains the baby, but what about the lawn?
Lawn means city.
No, it doesn't.
What are you, an attorney?
I'm a linguist.
How's business?
Pretty slow with that everyone's speaking the same language, using the same words and whatnot. And thus, they decided to build a city and call it Babylon. The people agreed to build a tower with its top in the heavens so that they could name for themselves by replacing the banner that read, if you lived here, you'd be home now, with whatever their names were. So, hey, you in robe number 1 continued.
What do you want to build the city out of?
Let's make bricks and stick them together with tar. What's wrong? You look disappointed.
I was hoping we'd use Legos.
God came down for a site inspection after the city and the tower were built by the people. And hey, you in robe number 1 said,
Well, how do you like it, God?
Adonai answered by saying out loud to the new heavenly companions God met on Face of God book, this is just the beginning of what they will do. Soon they'll be able to do anything they want. Let us go down and mix up the languages so that they will not understand each other. Robe number 1.
Hey, you in the robe number 2. What did Adonai mean when God said that?
Ixnay on the Orte, Nix on the tower.
What?
God no likey. We're all being transferred.
Where to ski? Where to?
Eveland Clay, Cleveland.
Oh, Wayne. Oh, no.
You can say that again, Ski. And there you have it. That's how Gregory imagined what really happened at the Orte of Abel Bay, the Tower of Babel. Thank you, Cantor Liz. This evening's drash or sermon combines some things that are similar yet discordant in prose and poetry, thoughts and prayer. The first sentence of Noach, the only Jewish ancestor or leader to have a Torah portion named after him, tells us that Noah was an Ish Tzadik Tamin Haya Bedorotav, a righteous man perfect in his generation. After the flood, Noach grows a vineyard and is drunk. He's found drunk, lying naked in his tent by his son Ham. It seems that even those that are deemed righteous are subject to the imperfection of their imperfection. The language of human fragility is our shared humanity. Generations later, Noah's descendants appear haughty and unscathed by the rain that lasted for 40 days. Roger Bennett, in the book Unscrolled, writes, every person speaks the same language until the population in one of the regions decides to build a city that will gain popularity by hosting a tower that soars up into the heavens. God is angered by the arrogance of this. Disappointed that the residents have abused the power of communication, God scatters the people across the earth, forcing them to speak different languages so they can no longer automatically understand one another. The building project ceases, and God calls the place Babel, which would become a pun as it was the town that compelled the world's languages to be mixed up. It seems like yesterday, We were just confessing how our mouths get us into trouble for the things we've said and the things that we should have said. The common denominator of language is that it can build a bridge or a fortress. Language can unify or divide. Language can help, harm, heal. In the past few weeks, I've been doing something very unlike me. I've been doing some pleasure reading. The title of the book is A Complaint-Free World. The author, Will Bowen, has a vision sharing complaint-free bracelets with 60 million people, or 1% of the world's population. He adopted Dr. Maya Angelou's quote, "If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Don't complain." The objective is to wear a purple bracelet or a rubber band or move a stone from one pocket to the other for 21 days. Every time you complain, you move the bracelet to the other wrist, and the counting starts all over again. It usually takes 6 to 8 months to achieve this goal. I am still on day 1. Being a server at a restaurant provides ample opportunities for me to complain about them or about one another, and you never know. Not that they don't complain about me too, but Anyway, I am aware of my penchant for griping, and yet that is the first step. Complaining is common, and this language of negativity spreads like wildflower. No, not like wildflowers, unless, they're rampant. In the neighborhood, in the schools, on the job, and beyond. Bowen opted out of watching or reading or even listening to what is called the news. He pens these words: "What we receive is not news." Best-selling author Esther Hicks commented that if the news were an accurate reflection of the day's events, 29 minutes and 59 seconds of a 30-minute broadcast would be good things that happened, and the bad news would be just a 1-second blip of the screen. What we call news is actually bad news. A few days ago, I jotted down these news headlines. Abusive father buried daughter alive in backyard, police say. Another one, California teacher suspected of harboring a missing teen for nearly 2 years. Groom shot dead at wedding after walking out of the church with bride. And terminally ill man's family threatened to disown him if he uses all of his money to enjoy his final months. These don't even scratch the surface of the current political climate as midterm elections loom across the country. As many of you know, learning a new language is challenging and it's demanding work. Although I minored in German as an undergrad, learning biblical Hebrew in seminary as a grad student became my Achilles heel. That is why I didn't continue in the rabbinic program, one of several reasons. The Tower of Babel remains alive and well in our individual and collective conscience as humans. We speak the same language with our mouths, but not the same language with our hearts. Are we connecting or disconnecting from humanity with the words we utter? What could be the underlying cause? Alden Solovey offers this in Yearning to Return. We were fools attempting to build a tower to the heavens, lusting for fame and power, lusting for godliness, lusting for sky. Our ancestors strolled the garden, and we still remembered the way children remember a story, the fresh scent of the morning air after your presence passed among the orchids and the tulips and the hollyhocks. We were fools, attempting to build a tower to the heavens, yearning for peace and shelter, yearning for you, yearning for home. We don't yearn to stroll with you anymore, God. In the garden, no longer. Perhaps that is why the gate is still shut. Shabbat Shalom. Okay. Ron Herman, if you would be so kind to share announcements that we have for our congregation.
Shabbat Shalom all. Our next Torah study will be held tomorrow, October 29 at 10 a.m. on Zoom only. On Sunday, October 30th at 1 o'clock p.m., join Isaac and Rabbi Shauna to make your own golem out of paper and cut up comic books. This is a free event sponsored by the Legacy Fund with materials provided. No art experience, clay, or magic spells required, just your enthusiasm. Please join us on Thursday, November 3 for a program about end-of-life options. This program will be facilitated by Rabbi Singer, Judy Epstein of End of Life Options, and Stuart Florsheim, an activist in this arena. This adult education will be held on Zoom only. Doesn't say the time, did I? I don't think so. Have to look at the time on that. On November 11, Council Member Ronaldo Fierro, who represents our Temples neighborhood, will speak about plans for the future during our Shabbat service. Please join us in person or on Zoom. Please save the date to celebrate with us as we hold a Tree of Life event to recognize our temple members who supported the temple and our members during COVID. This event will take place on Saturday, December 10 at 4 p.m. Also, please save the date to celebrate Rabbi Singer's Bat Mitzvah on Saturday, April 15. And finally, the Onig tonight is sponsored by the Nelson and the Yarmoth families. Any announcements? Carol Lee? No? Oh, no, huh? Nothing. Nada. Okay. Anybody else? No? Okay, that's it. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Toda Rabbah.
Yasher Koach, a job well done to cantoral soloist Liz Baseman. Those who participated in lighting the candles, the Kiddush, Carol Lee, Shaya, the Ark openers who will be joining us shortly. Ezra, thank you for providing security this evening. It means a lot to us. And all those who are the virtual, the Zoomers, and those who are in person, the Roomers, for your participation in tonight's service. Our gratitude to Wendy and the Onig helpers. Okay, I know there are folks that are here for either the first time, at least first time for me seeing you in person, because I'm usually in Palm Desert viewing. Okay, and then in addition to, if you'd be kind enough to introduce yourself, if you have a simcha, something that's happy, joyous, if you'd be willing to share that, we'd be most appreciative. Okay, so I'm going to walk around, and as I do, if you'd like to hold the microphone, let's see, and how can I do? I guess I better put this back on, huh? Okay, those of you who are on Zoom, if you have anything happy to share, Cantor Luz, if you could just share that with us, thank you. Okay, I'm getting ready for Halloween. Okay, happy, joyous news or an announcement to share? Okay, or introductions. Okay.
Forgive me for not getting up. Bad news. You know, feel glad to be. Oh, I'm John. Sorry.
All right, I think we're running late, so we're going to continue quickly.
Muy bien. Yo pido a toda la congregación que oremos por el presidente de Israel y por todos los judíos de todo el mundo, los de Israel, los de Europa, los de Estados Unidos, los de Centroamérica, los del Canadá, los de Sudamérica y también Centroamérica.
Gracias. Maria, any idea what he just said? I heard Europe, I heard Central America, North America, Canada. We have an instant translator here. My minor in German doesn't help me at all. Although, you know, down in Palm Desert where I work, what happens is the guests speak to me in Spanish, I speak to them in German, and all is well.
He wants us to pray for all the Jews in Israel, Europe, and Central America.
Okay. All right. Anyone else who's either here for the first time or who would like to share something happy? Well, my happiness is okay.
In our Zoom land, Jan
Archibald?
Archibek,
Yes.
Jan's grandson Matthew met the nicest young man, and they are getting married November 12th. A lot of people in the congregation watched him grow up, so this is an extra special simcha.
Mazel tov. Please give Matt our bets. We appreciate that. Give him a hug for us, too. It's been a long time since we've seen Matt. And I know that Maria's husband has something to share.
Shabbat Shalom. Sammy will turn 30 next Friday. I know. 30 years old, a little Sammy.
All righty. Okay. I don't see other hands for being introduced or simchas. So I would like to thank you all for joining us this evening, for your patience as we muscled through the audio challenges. Shia, you have been such a trooper. We really do appreciate it. Alrighty, I'm going to ask if you'd be so kind to rise as you're able.
One extra simcha.
Please,
The
share.
simcha, the blessing of Shaya's technical support. Thank you so much, Shaya,
There you
for
go.
everything. Also, the simcha, my parents are celebrating 35 years of marriage coming up very
Mazel
soon.
tov. Could you lead us in singing Siman Tov and Mazel Tov?
Sure.
Okay, I know it's an impromptu request, but
Siman
you're a
tov,
singer.
mazel tov, mazel
Mazel
tov,
tov,
siman tov,
Siman
siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov. Yehelanu, 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 ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, yehelanu, ulechol Yisrael.
Our love to you, Debbie and Ken. You may be in New Hampshire, but you're here very close in our hearts. Okay. All right. If you could please rise as you're able, as Bob Rosenbaum and Maria come forward for the opening of the ark doors. The Aleno can be found on the inside of the back cover. If you happen to have the thin book, it's on pages 282, 284, and 286. 282, 284, and 286. Bob Rosenbaum and Maria are going to open the ark doors, and we rise as we're able.
Aleinu leshapeach ladon hakol, latet gedula litzeh bereshit, shelo asanu kigukye haratzot, shelo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo samchakenu kahem, begorotenu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shehu noteh shamayim ve'yoser haaretz, umoshav yikaro b'shamayim mima'al, u'shchinatu zo, ve'goveh meromim, Eloheinu ein od, emet Elokeinu efes ulato, kakatu b'Torah וידעת והשבותה אלוהיך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים עמו, ועל הארץ מתחת. אין עוד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Alden Solovey shares in his book, actually, not yet, Alden. This is Sidur Sha'ar Zahav, We Were Good to Life. As we recall those who've gone before us. We were good to life. Death will come, its hand will not be stayed, even an instant, nor can we enter into judgment without it. Our question, why, will go unanswered. But this does not mean that we are helpless in the face of death. We can and we do rob death of ultimate victory by living life as long as it is ours to live. To ask of death that it never come is futile, but it is not futility. To pray that when death comes for us, it may take us from a world, one corner of which is a little better because we were there. When we are dead, the people weep for us and grieve. Let it be because we touched their lives with beauty and simplicity. Let it not be said that life was good to us, but rather that we were good to life. Our thoughts turn to those who've departed this earth. We think of those who recently passed. If you are fans or if you know who Leslie Jordan is, any others who've recently passed in the past week that have not had a service yet? Okay. Cantor Liz, is there anyone listed in the chat? Okay, if you could share those names with us.
We remember the first year yard site of Edith Tanizaki, Phil Bush, the first year yard site of Judith Cohen, Diana Anderson.
Thank you. Okay. In remembrance, there is life. Do we have any in the congregation who are observing Shiva the first 7 days? Shloshim the first 30 days? Gary Grant, Lita Mintz, those in the first year of mourning. Stephen Alexander, and the family of Terry Cian. Other names for those whose yard sites have not been observed yet, but it is the first year. Thank you. The yard sites that our congregation is observing, feel free to rise as you're able as the names are read, or upon completion of that, if you join together as a community. Don Rosenbaum Scott. Yehiel Kelber, Adele Stein, Bella Weiss, Glenn Aiken, Pat Constantini, Bernice Moon, Rose Kelber, Sandra Victor, Leo Cannell, William Lloyd, Fritz Perez Stroman, Dorothy Boxer, Annie Dudkovich, Dr. I. Lewis Hoffman, Elsie Kronenfeld, Bernd Magnus, Sanford Victor, Shirley Karp, Carol Levine, Blanche Blau Sklar, William Frank. Any other yard sites being observed either in the congregation or mentioned on the chat?
We also remember Alina Archibek Ferris.
Thank you. Okay. If you care to join for the Mourner's Kaddish, Kaddish Tome, it can be found on pages 298 and 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chei dechot beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam ul almei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei kudsha brichu. Le'elan min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'elma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zikronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing, and let us say, amen. All right, for our closing hymn, our closing song, Cantor Liz is going to let us know what it is and where we can find it. It might just be on her lips. I don't know.
So I am quickly trying to see if I can find it here in this book. But since we have the opportunity of such a special Torah portion, I think we shouldn't avoid one of our most beloved campfire songs. And if you are...
Does this require hand motions and participation?
It does. It
does.
should. If you know them, if you know the hand motions. I can't find it in the book, but I think that some of us know it based on that guess, based on that statement. I have a guess that some of you in this congregation and on Zoom do know the hand motions for my favorite song about Noah and the ark.
If your actions are a little bit different, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Right, so there's no wrong way to rise and shine and give God your glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory. Children of the earth. God said to Noah, there's gonna be a floody, floody. God said to Noah, there's gonna be a floody, floody. Get those children out of the muddy, muddy children of the world. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine. And give God your glory, glory, rise and shine. And give God your glory, glory, children of the world. So Noah, he built him an arky, Noah, he built him an arky, made it out of hickory, barky, children of the world. So rise and shine and give God your glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the world. The animals, they came on by twosies, animals, they came on by twosies, elephants and kangaroosies, children of the world. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the world. It rained and poured for 40 days, these daisies rained and poured for 40 days, these daisies nearly drove those animals crazy, crazy, children of the world. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the world. The sun came out and dried up the landy, sun came out and dried up the landy, everything was fine and dandy, children of the world. So rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the world. So this is the end of my story. This is the end of my story. Everything was hunky dory, children of the world. Let's all sing together. Here we go. Rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, rise and shine and give God your glory, glory, children of the world.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your participation. All right. Shia, I think you're probably the youngest person in this congregation. So can I ask you to come up?
Oh, we see your mouth
Well, let's
moving,
see.
but we
I don't
cannot
know.
hear you.
Eva, is
Shabbat
Eva still
shalom,
here?
everybody. Let's get that turned on, that
Okay.
mute turned back off so we can all hear your words. Perfect.
Shia's going to come up and Shia's going to do the motzi with us. Okay, Cantor Liz, can you see?
I can see. Do you want to lead it together from there?
Sure. Motzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam. Motzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank you so much, Zoomers and Roomers. Thank you, Kendra Liz.
Thank you, everyone.
Debbie and Ken, I know
Shabbat
that
shalom.
it's pretty late back there. We appreciate you hanging in there for us. How's the weather back there? I may not be able to hear them. Have they told you? Is cooling off? I'm assuming, and the leaves are turning.
It's starting to get cold.
Okay.
Starting to
Yeah.
get cold.
We're
Sean
going
mentioned that-
down to
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
31 tonight.
31. Okay. Oh, that's below freezing. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, please button up your overcoat. Take good care of yourselves. There used to be a commercial about that. I think it was Kleenex, but anyway, it's been a pleasure having all of you with us tonight, whether on Zoom or in the room. Please take good care of yourselves. All the best to you. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so
Shabbat
much, Cantor.
shalom, everyone.
Be well. Okay. I'm sorry?
You too.
Did you hear that, Cantor Liz? The question was just asked, can she be our cantor?
What a blessing.
She has
Thank
a
you.
wonderful
What an
personality.
honor to even be asked that question. Thank you so much.
Yeah, as always, it has been a true joy for me, a blessing as not only your friend, but an extended member of your family. Love and best to you. Please say hi to Ellie and anyone else down there that we know. Okay, we'll let you go. Bye now.
Bye. Shabbat shalom.